Hey there. If jaw-dropping stories that crack open your heart and stay with you long after they're told are your kind of thing, then you're exactly where you belong. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and come join our little storytelling family. Now, let me take you into a moment I'll never forget. I knew I'd made the worst mistake of my life the second he looked at me with nothing in his eyes. No anger, no disappointment, just nothing. Like I was a stranger occupying space with a woman he once wanted forever would use to stand. That moment wrecked me in a way no fight, no scream, no heartbreak ever could. But to understand how I got there, I need to start from the beginning. My name is Tessa, and for most of my life, I believed I was the kind of girl who didn't mess things up. I did the right things, made solid choices, steered clear of chaos. I was steady, grounded, and allergic to unnecessary drama. So when I met Nathan, I felt like I'd found someone carved from the same cloth. He matched my energy, made me laugh without even trying, and didn't play games. Nathan wasn't flashy or loud. He didn't need to be. He was the kind of man who brought calm into a room just by walking into it. Real, reliable, safe, and I took that for granted. We met in college, both working part-time at the campus library. He used to bring me coffee during late-night shifts and make up outrageous facts about forgotten books just to make me laugh. We didn't fall in love in some cinematic whirlwind. There was no big moment, no dramatic kiss in the rain. We just happened, natural and easy, effortless. After graduation, we moved in together. Life picked up pace but stayed good. Nathan got a job in IT. I landed one in marketing. We made dinner together in the evenings, binge-watched shows, traded stories about weird coworkers. He always kissed me on the forehead before heading out for work. A small thing, but it made everything feel steady. And then, slowly, things began to shift. Not in Nathan. In me. I started scrolling through Instagram and seeing girls skydiving with their wild, tattooed boyfriends in Bali. Weekend getaways. Late-night parties. Chaotic romance. Meanwhile, Nathan was alphabetizing the spice rack and making sure the recycling was done. He was comfort and routine. And I, for reasons I couldn't explain, started craving chaos. That's when Liam entered the picture. He worked at my company, graphic designer, tattooed from shoulder to wrist, loud in the kind of way that split people into two camps. Either you adored him or you couldn't stand him. I was drawn to him like static to silk. He was magnetic in the most dangerous way. It started small. Group projects, shared inside jokes, long lunches that ran over time. Then came the night that flipped everything. A company party. Too much wine. The glow of street lamps in the parking lot. And Liam kissed me. And I didn't stop him. I should have. God, I should have. Nathan was probably at home, prepping for our weekend grocery run, completely unaware. But instead of guilt, I felt something I hadn't in a long time. Alive. Liam made me feel reckless, untamed, like a woman who had shed her skin and didn't want it back. It was addictive. What followed were weeks of deception. Deleted texts, lies about late meetings, stolen hours wrapped up in arms that didn't belong to the man I loved. And through it all, Nathan never changed. He still brought me flowers for no reason. Still kissed my forehead each morning. Still told me he loved me like I was his whole world. And I betrayed him like it was nothing. Then came the night it all fell apart. Our anniversary. Nathan had planned a surprise dinner. I had forgotten completely. I was out with Liam, my phone buzzing nonstop. I finally glanced at it. 7 missed calls. A message from Nathan. I cooked your favorite. Hope everything's okay. My heart plunged. I lied to Liam, made up some excuse, and raced home. But it was too late. The candles had burned into pools of wax. The food sat cold on the table. And Nathan was there, on the couch, pale and quiet, holding my phone in one hand, unlocked. I had left my Apple ID sign on our shared iPad. He had seen everything. I froze, words tangled in my throat. He looked at me and asked, "Who is Liam?" And just like that, the world crumbled beneath me. I told the truth. All of it. How it started, what I felt, how it happened. I said I was lost. I said I didn't mean to hurt him, but my voice felt paper thin. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't cry. He simply stood and said, "You should go." I left that night and crashed on a friend's couch. I told myself Nathan just needed time, that he'd cool off, that we'd talk. After all, we had a life together. That had to count for something. Except it didn't. Days became weeks, and the silence between us thickened until it was choking. He blocked me on every platform, ignored every message. I sent him long, messy emails, some apologizing, some pleading, but he never answered. And Liam? He vanished. The moment things got complicated, the fantasy lost its shine. I was no longer an escape. I was damage. And he walked away from the wreckage he helped create. One afternoon, I returned to the apartment to drop off my key. I wasn't sure if Nathan would be there, but he was, calm, composed, folding laundry as if nothing had shattered. I stood in the doorway, unsure what to say. Finally, I whispered, "I miss you." He looked up, those tired eyes meeting mine, and said, "Tessa, I don't even know who you are anymore." And that broke me more than anything else could. The thrill I had chased had fizzled into nothing. The love I abandoned had vanished. And the man who once kissed me like I was the only woman on earth now looked at me like I was a ghost. I spiraled. I tried to date again. I went to therapy. I lied to myself and said I was fine. But the truth haunted me. His absence echoed in everything. The coffee shop where we had our Sunday rituals. The songs we danced to while cooking. The quiet moments I never appreciated until they were gone. I couldn't escape him. He was everywhere and nowhere. Then, months later, I heard from a mutual friend that Nathan was seeing someone new. Her name was Elise. She was kind, bright, hilarious. Everything I had once been, until I wasn't. My chest tightened. I couldn't breathe. And the awful truth, I didn't blame him. Not for a second. He had rebuilt himself from the ruins I left behind. And me? I was still standing barefoot in the glass I shattered. So I did the one thing I hadn't done before. I wrote him a letter. Not to beg. Not to plead for a second chance. But simply to say thank you. Thank you for loving me so gently. Thank you for the quiet mornings and the Sunday pancakes. For the forehead kisses. For making me feel safe in a world that rarely is. And most of all, thank you for showing me what real love looks like, even if I only recognized it when it was too late.